What is happening, community? So here we go, another Super Sunday. Thought we'd kick it off a little different this time, just because you see what we got here. Green Lantern. Call me one thing, Green Lantern movie. I won't give away any spoilers, but let's just talk about this for a moment. I was a really big fan of that movie. I really enjoyed it. I think they got it down, right to the point. Hal Jordan's not a complicated guy for an origin. They got that right. Basically, Abin Sur dies, he gets the ring. Okay, you can build a story from that, and they did a tremendous job with it. It was fun, entertaining. Ryan Reynolds, he's a pretty good actor. I have to say, he did a great job. Now, a lot of people are like, well, Hal Jordan's too serious, this and that. Not necessarily, because when Hal Jordan started, and even today, he's a smart ass. That's one of his traits, but he is serious at times, and you see the progression of it through the movie. So I thought they did a tremendous job with that. Especially love Sinestro in that movie. That guy was on point with his work. It was just one of those things where he lived up to his character in the comics. I really thought he did a tremendous job with it. Just his presence alone, because in the comics, when you see Sinestro, he has this presence about him where he's just superior. You look at him, he doesn't seem too intimidating at a point because he's real skinny and tall, but this guy is, the epitome of fear. And he did a tremendous job with that. They could have easily made this movie just Hal Jordan flying around, which most part it was, but it was, you got to see the other core members. I thought that was a real treat right there. And did you guys see Stella in the movie? I sure did. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. The constructs were pretty cool they came up with. Carol Ferris. I had no idea who the actress was, but she was good looking. So I don't know what the big deal is with a lot of haters, but that's critics though. Critics, they give their opinion, and that's all it is their own opinion. If you assess it through the eyes of a comic geek, because the one thing I take from it is, when you read a Green Lantern comic, it's over the top, it's action packed. You don't have to dwell into the psyche of every character. They're not that complex. They're really transparent. You see, who they are right at the start, and that's what you want in a movie. You want it over the top fun, and I think they did a great job with this. Just having a fun time at the theaters, especially in 3D. Gotta see it in 3D. So like I said, it's a big good movie. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys get out there and watch it too. Alright, we're back at it. So here we go for the haul for the week. And once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, providing for their family, just doing their thing, keep up all the good works. So this right here, this was a gift from my wife and kids. It's funny, whenever I put something on my Facebook or whatever, say, oh, I gotta get this, instantly the wife goes out there and snags it up for me. So gotta thank her for that. She's been a rock in my life, with the kids. Just truly blessed. But this right here, I really wanted to get this for a while, just because this is the embodiment of a gangster movie. If you have not seen Scarface, you have not seen a movie yet till you see this movie. This right here, when you watch this, man, you'll be cheering along with them through the whole movie. This right here, almost my favorite gangster movie, next to Blood In, Blood Out, and Casino. Those movies are dope, by the way. Go see them. But this is a thing by NECA. I'm just gonna keep it in the box. He has no articulation. It's just one of those cult classics right here. They actually have another one. He was in all blue. But I told Justin, man, I'll hook him up with one. So next week, buddy, I'm gonna send you out one of these figures. I'm pretty sure they'll have it still. Back at it, more figures. Say what's up, community.
What's up, community?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm helping my dad record about all of his action figures.
That's right, action figures. Notice how she didn't say toys. She knows what's up. Alright, so gotta give a big thank you to my man Nelson. He sent me out the Cyclops and MU Cable. I've been looking for these. I have never seen these figures in stores yet, but I put out an SOS on my Facebook saying, hey, I need help with finding these things, and he answered the call, so I gotta give another big shout out to him. Like I said, we have the best community around, you know, because we all look out for each other. Everyone helps out, you know, one another when they can. And without a lot of you guys out there, I wouldn't have had a lot of these figures I do have, because, you know, certain figures I can't find in my area, a lot of other cats can. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good lookout. So big thanks once again to Nelson. And my man Justin, here we go. Big shout out to my man Justin. Hope you have hey, I hope the baby comes pretty soon here. I know he's an expecting father, so good luck with that, man. He sent me out to Stone Cold Steve Austin from Series 1. I seen him in stores a while back, and I never got around to picking him up. I wanted to, but it's just one of those things I didn't want to start getting into. But hey, what do you know? Had to get into it. I got Rock and now Stone Cold. Like I said, these are... When I got back into wrestling, you know, this was the era, and there was no bigger superstar than Stone Cold, and this guy's just awesome. So, a big shout out once again to Justin for hooking me up. Also got another shout out to my man DCUC Fanboy, who sent me out the Guile figure. This, you know, I wanted to get this one for the longest time and never found them. And, you know, you got to get the ones with the true colors at the start. So basically I got them all so far, except for Chung-Li, I think. I'll show you guys that in a moment after I open them up. So that's what's up with that. Big thanks once again to DCUC Fanboy. That guy's always looking out for me, man. Really do. Alright, now some things I found in my area. Finally found a Jango Fett. My area is finally stocking up with some Star Wars figures. I have the vintage one. It's not too vintage. I have that one right there, but he has no articulation. This one has the articulation. See, it's got knee joints. So definitely got to start out with that. And then, of course, Mace Windu. Can't go wrong with Mace Windu, can you? Of course not. Samuel Jackson. Terrible figure right there. But like I said, I'm really digging these Star Wars figures. They got the lightsaber effect, and then they got the turned off version. So that right there, just that detail alone just makes these extra cool for me. Alright, so now we got our Maddie figures. I'm really happy with the way Maddie has done their shipping. I got these on Saturday. You know, when you place the order on Wednesday, get them on Saturday. That's what's up. You know, like I said, I think they're on the West Coast, so it gets to me a little quicker, but I'm not tripping at all. Finally, we get something ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? Because we always seem to be the last to get things out on the West. But like I said, they've done a great job with their line. So here we got Faceless One. This one right here, it surprised me with Maddie because it didn't sell out like I thought it would. He looks awesome. I have to open him up. It's the fact that Whiplash sold out quicker than anybody, but I'm wondering if that's because there was still, you know, a limited number of them remaining. I know I think Tila's sold out, and then this one's almost gone. But I'm surprised. It seems like each month, I guess maybe it's because he's not mainstream. You know, maybe if it was a He-Man or something, in general like that, it would, you know, sell out pretty fast. But still, he looks awesome. Can't wait to open him up. So like I said, I hold up on opening all my figures until you guys get a chance to see them too. Now this is something I tried out. So I got a big thanks to my man Tony for hooking me up with this figure. He actually paid for this. I actually wanted to try to get a Ghostbuster figure, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity. You know, why not? You know, get a Winston one. Ernie Hudson, he's a fabulous actor. The thing about this figure is, this is a tremendous figure right here. I really like the detail in it, but the box is just amazing. You got the Terror Dogs on here. I believe that's what they're called. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's right. It's got a nice, you know, a whole window scheme, just like, you know, DCUC and, you know, the Masters. But I think this one actually is the best box from Mattel. You see the logo right there, Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbusters 2. The back, there's like a little file card. I'm really digging the box, really am. But I think what I'll do is I'll keep these on box just to have more figures, you know, mint on card. But like I said, this is a tremendous figure. Really good figure, really great box art. It's like I said, if I get another one, yeah, I'd definitely open them up. But this one, I think I'm gonna, you know, he's gonna be on box. I'm gonna start a whole new collection of Ghostbusters. So why don't you guys tell me about this earlier? You know what I'm saying? This is a badass figure. Sickness. Alright, so like, you know, a lot of us who have the Frost Giants have a problem with you know, the articulation in the waist. This one, however, didn't have that. It came right out of the pack like this. The other one I got, which I gave up to my boy Joe, because he couldn't find one, that one had a problem where he didn't have the, you know, the waist swivel, so you had to crack it. But for some reason this one did, so I didn't have to do anything. But they still just seem kind of flimsy. I don't know. I'm not understanding. I don't know why they glued them down to begin with when they should have, you know, articulation right there, but who knows. Alright, so now we got Faceless One all open. Very impressed with this figure. If you do not have it, you should get this right away. This guy's so clean. The color scheme on him, he comes with the Hammerstone, I believe that's what it's called. And he's got his own Havoc staff. But this is nice too, because it has this little translucent effect. Very nice. Really cool figure. What do you think of this figure?
I think it's really cool.
Yeah? What's cool about it?
Because of the purple bull.
Purple bull?
Like that.
Yeah. Pretty nice figure.
I really like the little horns of it.
Like the horns of it? Like that?
Yeah, because they're pink.
What? Come on, why you gotta say pink? They're not pink, they're pink. Alright, well, never mind. But the cool thing about this is he's got this really nice cape and it just slides right off and he falls right down. Just like that. And there he goes. Don't think I'll have him displayed like that anytime soon. But still, nonetheless, very clean. I really am digging this figure. As you can see here, there's his whole cape, cloak thing, whatever you want to call it. Oh, this thing is just immaculate. I'm really happy I got this figure. If you don't got it, you definitely should get it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, even she says. Alright, so here goes the rest of my NECA Street Fighter figures. See, you got Guile there. Of course, Ryu, Ken, and Kuma. Once again, big shout out to my man Ryan Wright. Hooked me up with the Akuma and then the Ryu figure. And then Ken I found on eBay. So once again, I got to start with the classic colors. Now I just need to find Chun-Li. So I think I'll either order on eBay. So yeah, it's all good. I love these NECA Street Fighters. They're big big figures, super detailed, articulated. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And I actually forgot I do own a Sota Street Fighter figure. We have Gin here. I just kind of repainted him. Actually, I do have Sakura, but I think she broke years ago. And I actually got this guy at Comic-Con for, it was a panel I went to, something about action figures, and they actually gave these away for free. So I thought that was really cool. Like, once again, those Sota figures are super clean. Great detail. Articulation is phenomenal. They have interchangeable parts. You know, the only difference is just that he's just smaller, as you can see. Ooh, midgets. But I think I'm gonna have to grab some more when I can. He's got gold hair. Alright, just something I've been working on for the week or so. I actually moved all my NFL McFarlane's, the in-box ones, over on this side of the wall. Just thought it would give more room, actually make them look a lot more cleaner. And then this, I'm going to start with my kind of miscellaneous wall, or maybe even Mattel. I'm going to start out with the WWE figures on top. If I get some more, add them along there. Then of course the Ghostbuster figures as they come. Why did it just go blurry? Alright, before it went blurry, like I was saying, I'm going to start off with Ghostbusters. I'll probably move them down even more depending on how many I get and whatnot. But yeah, this box is just so sick, I can't get over that. I'm tripping. I still haven't decided yet where I'm going to put the damn Tony Montana figure. I don't know. What the hell am I going to do with it? Alright, we got Cable and Cyclops out of the package, and these figures are immaculate. How super saucy is these bad boys. One new thing that you got to keep in mind with these figures is they have ankle pivot. Alright, look how, see how deep that goes? That's an ankle pivot. For all you guys who've been hating, there it is. Got some ankle pivot. Goes both ways. I mean, that is dope right there. Got killer articulation. Let's see, does this one have it? Yep, I think he does. I'm trying this one handed. Yeah, he's got waist swivel and the diaphragm joint. See that? That is dope. Really feeling this. And the one thing, another thing I like is his little strap right here. It's its own piece. It's not molded on or anything like that. So that another thing, good detail. Of course, Cyclops always has the damn 2-finger thing. That can be taken wrong. Anyways, so Cable right here himself is a badass figure. I'm really digging this thing. I took off the Baby Hope. I don't really care for that. You know, if you like it, you like it. I'm not tripping. But of course, he's got that articulation as well with the ankle pivot. You know, Charlotte's gonna be happy about that. Comes with a couple guns, this big old thing, and then a spear, and of course another gun that fits in his holster. Like I said, tremendous figure. This right here goes up to a top spot. I don't know if it can take #1, but it's definitely in my top 5 now. They just did a tremendous job with this damn thing. He's got all the articulation you would want. He's got the ankle pivot. He's got the hip. He's got the waist. He's got diaphragm joint. I mean, what more can you want? There's even a place back here, a peg hole, which I'm not too sure what it fits. Maybe this gun somewhere. Maybe that little slot right there. I'm not too sure. I'll try it out later on, but I'm surprised they didn't come with the cloak that he wears in the comics when he was riding around with Hope. But other than that, still a badass figure. Cable, I think, is a must-get figure. Must-get. Even Cyclops is a must-get figure. So definitely pick them up. Once again, big thanks to Nelson for these figures right here. I'm really happy with this work. So we are at our spot now for the underrated figure of the week, and this is Marvel Legends Annihilus. Now, a lot of people have a lot of complaint with this figure just because when Hasbro took it over, they made Annihilus and they wanted the bigger figures, you know what I'm saying, the 16-inch ones or whatnot. But a lot of people fail to realize is even Toy Biz, the last 2, I think, waves they did, they were all smaller figures, or Build-A-Figures, I should say, MODOK and Mojo. But this one, I cannot complain. I really am a fan of this figure. I think it's got a lot of stuff going for it. The paint scheme on him is really nice. He's got a lot of good paint detail, all the black mixed in. He's got all the articulation you would want in a figure. I wish he had mouth movement. That'd have been kind of cool. But he's got individual finger articulation. I just don't, you know, see the big deal why people complain about this figure. I think he's a super nice figure. The wings are really nice. A lot of people take the wings off this and use it for Dragon Man, or even I've seen a couple on Fin Fang Foom. So I thought that was interesting. But I really am a fan of this figure. I'm a fan of the character. They got the cosmic rod on there. So like I said, I've always liked this figure. I think it was the best thing from that Wave 1 from Hasbro. Let's take a look at the back real quick. Yeah, as you can see, super clean. Just like I said, it's probably not for everybody, but if you get a chance, I definitely pick them up. The figures themselves are not that, you know, they're not that expensive. They're super cheap. I think the expensive one would probably be Iron Man. I'm not too sure, but you know, it's a weak wave. But this is the figure that I think really makes it stand out. He doesn't have no up and down head movement. Alright, for the DC Universe Classic, the underrated figure is Killer Moth. Now hold on a minute, wait a minute. This figure has a lot going on for him. He's got a crazy color scheme, but it's just a fun factor on him. His face sculpt is just amazing. I really like the angle of his face, especially with the chin or mouth, whatever you want to call it. His eyes are this menacing red. His face sculpt is immaculate. I really like the way they came out. He's got a weird gun, and he's got a holster. What more can you want in a figure? He's got those crazy wings. It's actually a nice figure. I really look at it and, you know, he stands out quite a bit, especially with them pants. Oh, man. But anyways, he's just a really nice figure. I think, you know, he's super cheap now. But he's one of those ones that a lot of people passed up on because you don't really know the character too much. He's not really mainstream or anything. A D-list at best. I mean, he gets his ass kicked every damn issue I've ever seen him in. The story's pretty nice, though. But it's a good figure. Like I said, you really can't go wrong. Pick it up or miss out on it. It's up to you. Good figure. Another thing we got to talk about is the relaunching of Voltron from the animated series. It's on Nicktoons. Now, when I heard about this, when they were going to make this, you know, I was excited because, you know, like a lot of us, Voltron was another classic from the 80s we all loved. And, you know, I hold it in high regards right there next to G.I. Joe, Transformers, all that stuff. I mean, it was the 80s, why not? And then I heard that was going to be on Nicktoons, and right there, red flags just popped off. Now I've checked out, you know, the Iron Man show, that Wolverine and the X-Men. And, you know, it was just something about those shows. I think they're definitely geared more towards the kids, which isn't bad at all. I mean, I can't hate on that. As for like an adult, you know, who, you know, loves the animated shows, I wasn't feeling this at all. It just seemed way too, you know, cartoonish. You know, it just, like I said, it was more geared towards the younger kids. If this show would have been on, I think, Cartoon Network, I think we would have seen a way different show. I think Cartoon Network gears more towards, you know, I would say the teenage into the adults. You can always check their backgrounds with all those other shows like the Justice League, and even the He-Man they came out with. This one, however, it was really fake. It wasn't happy with it. The animation was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. You know, they brought back all the old school characters. You know, the whole team was there. It just wasn't happening for me. I think I'll check it out one more time just to, you know, really see what's going on. But as far as, you know, the first go for this, it was a fail, I think, for me. Now, you guys definitely have to check it out and get your own opinion on it. But for me, it just, I don't know, it just wasn't great. Alright guys, once again, thanks for tuning in to Super Sunday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got a lot of good things coming up next week. Before I get out of here, I want to give a special shout out to my man Renegade Reviews. He's actually having a contest for his 300 subscribers. Now, I don't think he follows ACBA too well, so he's not really affiliated with the Blackout or anything, but it's a cool contest. You can basically, it's more of a description, so I'll put the link to that video in, you know, my description box, so make sure you check him out. Once again, check out the ACBA Facebook page, all that good stuff. So until then guys, peace.